I didn't shave. Yo, I've had these bottles of atmosphere aerosol for I don't know how long. It's been probably like 2 years plus, and I've never used them. I was always waiting for the perfect moment of when can I use these. And then I realized there is no such thing as a perfect moment. So I'm finna use them. I don't know what I'm doing. There is a light back there. It's just kind of doing that little thing right there. But yeah. Yeah, you can see the stand. I'm not worried about it. It's a stand, guys. This is not, a Hollywood production. This is a YouTube video. This is supposed to be safe to breathe. Passes out. Alright. Finna fan this around. Okay, that's kind of cool though. I feel like it brought like the overall exposure in my room up, which I'm not mad about. Is that focused? Okay. But the one thing I wanted, wait a minute. No, right there. The light's so strong back there now. It's just gonna catch your attention. You know what? That totally backfired. But we're gonna deal with it because, yeah, that's fine. What I wanted to talk about today was my journey as a filmmaker and a photographer, and I'm gonna claim myself as a photographer because, to an extent, I am one. And I guess that's my first step. Is I should claim it. I know I need to be looking over here. I'm sorry. I'm terrible at looking at the camera. I'm not used to it still. It's been a few months making videos. But I made a huge mistake not too long ago, and it was just making videos that I was going to post on YouTube. I made the mistake of believing that the video that I post next had to be better than the one that was already on there. And of course, that's true in a way, but what I ended up making the serious mistake on was what I defined the better as. And I defined better to be a higher view count, or able to get a higher view count, versus the actual content that the video was about. So I made that mistake. And that's why after the ice bath one, I kind of just didn't post anything for a really long time. And that was my mistake. I continue to make stuff. I'm making stuff, and I'm still filming. I'm still going out and taking photos of stuff. And I am still growing as a filmmaker. I mean, I'm literally working on making a short film with my buddy Michael Harris. It's called Nora. I'm not going to talk about too much what that is, but I made the mistake of thinking like that. But life goes on. Currently, I'm sick, so I'm at home. I need to be home, and I was just like, what better way to just get over it and actually do it than just get over it and actually do it. Wise words. But I'm actually playing with some new lenses. This is the Contact Zeiss Distagon 28mm f2.8, and I also wait. I also have the. Let me see if I can focus on that real quick. Whoop. The Carl Zeiss. Wait. This is the 50, okay? This is a 50mm. I can't. Anyway. So I have the 50mm f1.4, the 28mm f2.8, and I'm gonna get the 85 here pretty soon, I think. It's the f1.4. I found a guy here in Atlanta that has one for sale, He's being super awesome and holding on to it for me because he knows that I'm broke and I will get it. That one's the most expensive of the three, and I'm only gonna get through it now unless the only other one that might make the list is the 35 f2.8, because the 35 f1.4 is crazy expensive. I don't have that kind of money right now. But one of the biggest things that I wanted to talk about in this video today was filmmaking and photography journey, for me at least, and what is meant. This video is going to be a lot of this video will be a lot of my personal philosophy, and I don't think anybody's is right or wrong. If you don't agree with my point of view on this, that's cool. I'm just here to speak my mind. Remember, this is my digital journal and things that I want to do, things on like how I view things, filmmaking wise. But I've only been on this journey for about 6 years now. It has not been easy because I didn't know what to do first. I just knew I wanted to do filmmaking, and so I just kind of like ran in a direction and figured out that was not the right direction to go. And the one thing I always gravitated to, even growing up, was a camera. I always had a camera. I always took pictures. I always took videos. I always took pictures. I always took videos. But I never put it together that filmmaking was something I wanted to do. In my head, filmmaking equaled Hollywood, which was not in Georgia. You know, that was on the other coast of the United States, obviously. I'm in Georgia. I live in Georgia. Hollywood's in California. But needless to say, since I've started and worked towards it, I have thoroughly enjoyed my journey. And I'm going to keep doing it because I love it and I think I'm pretty good. And I know these talking head bits don't really do anything to prove that it is good, but maybe I'll put some footage in there and then maybe you guys will like it. I don't know. I was working on something I wanted to direct with a couple of friends, but since the story with Michael, since the script Michael wrote, since the script Michael has written, anyway, since Nora's in the works and now in pre-production, I just want to focus on that. Since Nora is now in pre-production, I just want to focus on that and not be too worried about anything else. I still have a day job I got to keep up, but yeah. I'm working still on the documentary of Will. I did my interview with him and it's just been a scheduling conflict, so it's really my fault than anything else, but I'm gonna get that done. But what I wanted to say was, about 2 years ago, a friend of mine asked me to do a lecture on camera and lenses. And I didn't think I was the right person to do that because I didn't think I was that smart in cameras and lenses. But I am. So where was I going with that? Oh, but I did that lecture on camera and lenses, and one of the guys actually came up to me and asked me what is some advice he would give. What is some advice I would give a starting filmmaker or someone wanting to pursue filmmaking? And you always hear, pick up a camera and start shooting. You always hear, start writing, start editing, all these things, right? You always hear those things, and obviously those are right. Like, you want to do those things. But the one thing I realized nobody ever really says, at least nobody ever told me, was just experience life. And I don't mean in a morally incorrect way. I mean, experience life in the right way, in the good way. Find moments in life that you can experience and live. And the reason why that's so important to me is because from those moments that you experience, you'll be able to put that into your stories. They will inspire you to shoot a certain way. They will inspire you to write a certain way or edit a certain way or whatever it is that you want to do. But they change the way you view anything. And I know this sounds all deep-like and whatnot. But again, that's the point of this channel, is for me to voice my opinions, however they may be. And maybe in 5 years from now, I'll be like, wow, I was so off and wrong about that. But I don't think I will be. Follow my gut reaction on things, and this feels right. But that's one of those biggest, like, that's the biggest thing I think people aren't doing, is just experiencing life. And what that means to me is, and what that has been for me has been, no, what experiencing life for me has been is just these random things that I have gotten to do now as a filmmaker or as a photographer, and the people's lives that I've gotten to, like, kind of just not mingle into, or run into. Like, let's say Will. Maybe I would be friends with Will, but, or maybe I would have met Will, but now I'm friends with Will. The guy he hit like 575, 565 last weekend on bench, which is ridiculous. I'm making a documentary on that guy. That's super cool. At least to me it is. Then the Arc of Lilburn, if I wasn't, I could have easily, I could have pursued working in a body shop. It's not a bad job, it's got its quirks, but what job doesn't? But let's say I either way, here I am pursuing filmmaking, and then I get called to do, camera stuff on Arc of Lilburn, which is really cool. Hopefully you guys will get to see that on Netflix. But I got to be a camera operator on that, and I got to meet some really cool people. Nick Payne, he's a sound mixer, sound operator, sound engineer, whatever the right word may be. Super cool guy. Carly, another person I got to meet, or another person I've worked with before, is Carly. I mean, there's a lot of cool people I got to meet on this thing, and had a great experience with them. Just like super cool crew, and none of this would have happened if I was just like, well, I'll never get to make it. I'll never get to pursue it. Which people did tell me was going to happen. They told me, don't pursue filmmaking because you won't make it. And I'm stubborn, so here I am doing it anyway. But yeah, it's been a fun journey. I don't really know what exactly I want out of this video either today. I just know that I need to make one because it's like, this is gonna sound cliche, but my heart says I need to make one. And I know, like, there is a handful of people that want to watch these videos that I make, or at least are willing to watch them. And so that's inspiring. That's enough for me to make them, to like put aside my that is enough for me to make them, to put aside my like timidness, shyness, me being shy, and still make them. But yeah, I'm gonna continue making videos. I'm sorry that it took me forever to make another video. I know I messed up, but I promise I will do better in the future to make more videos about whatever's happening, and hopefully make more creative stuff. And yeah, also, something I was super excited for is this thing. It's the Zoom. Oh, wait, I can focus on it. No, wrong way. Don't look at my fingernails. Look at that. The thing's badass, right? That's the wrong way. But anyway, that's not right. But I got me the Zoom F6. I'm still using my Audio-Technica AT875R mic. I've been super hell-bent on getting like as best as audio as I can. Best as the audio as crisp as I can. Crisp, whatever. You guys can figure it out. English was not my strong suit. But yeah, I'm really excited for the future, even though I'm sick right now. But I'm excited for it. Continue making stuff. And yeah, we'll keep going from here. Shut up straight. I don't know, I kind of like the haze look. Probably won't do it too many times though. Ellie would be mad. Ellie will not like that. Yeah, so if you're watching this still now, thanks. I don't know how to do YouTube. This is really awkward for me. Okay, bye.